Alright, so just in, Jaden Richards, popular known as Jaii Fraii, and music producer Javy and Busta Morris have each been granted bail in the sum of 1.5 million. Following their appearance in the gun court today over a big wall shooting incident, the court imposed that strict condition including the surrender of their travel documents, mandatory report to the police 3 times weekly, and a curfew from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. Alright, so welcome back to another installment. We're back with another update on the whole Jaii Fraii case, and I think this is a good look in terms of being able to get bail and not spending the rest of the time in jail while on trial, and I think both parties, both Javy and Jaii Fraii, are financially stable to can pay 1.5 million, And I think what most people are expecting that is Jaii Fraii to go on, let's be honest, and talk about the whole case, you get me? But the case is still open, so I doubt that's gonna happen. And I think this is a good look, you get me? In terms of being able to come out of jail on bail and literally go back to your normal life and wait until the trial for the judge and the jurors decide what your fate gonna be like. You get me? Because nobody want to be in a scenario like this. Nobody want to be in a case where you literally go to have fun and then that fun time turn into a living nightmare. Because trust me, nobody literally goes out and think about something like this. You get me? Especially if you're not a wanted man, especially if you're not a criminal. You get me? Nobody go out and think about things like this. You get me? But things do happen, and I guess most people learn from their mistakes, and most people learn from other people's mistakes. And at the end of the day, it's just life, things happen in life, and a quick reaction can change the whole scenario. Because if Jaii Fraii never reacted this fast based on what he's saying, he probably would be here right now. Same thing goes to Javy, but at the end of the day, they are two grown men, and hopefully them can see where they went wrong. And I don't know, to be honest, I don't know. Man, is the thing, once the case is over, at that point, I'm going to get back to reality. But the fact that the case is still ongoing, them mindset I got there at ease until this case is over, till the judge or the jury decide who is guilty and who is not guilty.
Mr. Buchanan, we understand you're now representing vlogger Jaii Fraii in the incident that happened at Big Wall. What's the outlook from your perspective?
Well, today he was taken to court and an ex parte application was made for him to be held over for 48 hours. It was granted by Judge McIntosh. I was informed that that took place. I presented myself in court, as I do represent him, and the judge amended the orders to ensure that he was brought to get medical attention in relation to his gunshot wound. And we await returning to court on Friday.
And what are you looking for on Friday exactly?
Well, I'll update you on Friday when that time comes.
And what is happening on Friday? Is it another hearing? What's the situation? Just for clarity.
Well, the judge is monitoring the situation. As I said, he does have a wound, and in terms of client care, that is the most important thing right now. So,
how is he doing mentally with all of what is happening?
He's understanding the process, so he is there. He is anxious for the matter to be resolved, so we are just awaiting for Friday.
Okay.
And I have indicated to him that he is to trust the process.
Meaning?
This part of the justice system works. One simply has to trust the process. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add that I have not asked at this point that you think is important to share?
One of the things the only thing I'll add is that there has been a culture in Jamaica that cases are tried in the media, but it is evidence on the court, and sometimes the media can just allow persons to get due process as well as respect the Constitution, and I'll leave it at that.
Are you concerned with what has been in the public domain and this reported on the media so far? Does it raise any concern
the
for you?
media. See, like I said, our respect for the Constitution includes freedom of expression, the ability to disseminate information. Is just my only caution is to do so responsibly.
Yeah, you mentioned that you requested for him to be allowed to go to seek medical attention. Is it that the police haven't allowed him to seek medical attention since he was initially brought to hospital?
Well, you see, that's it. When dealing with government, you will have a lot of red tape, and so those who are responsible at the lockup don't necessarily be the persons responsible for the investigation. So communication can be misinterpreted, and as a result, things get fall by the way. But for all persons in custody, the human rights or the human dignity aspect is important. So we have an injured man that is being detained while the police does their investigation. We have a bail act that says pre-charge bail is a part of the process, and I mean there are many things that we can do to respect the Constitution. But as I said, trust the process.
So first,
Alright, so back with another installment, and this is another update on the Jaii Fraii case. So Isaac Buchanan, Jaii Fraii lawyer, has made his first appearance on the media just to give us a not so update because he basically never tell you anything, you know. And I totally agree with him, because everything take place, he basically have to go through the media, and it's not a case. And in this scenario, he basically try avoid the media until we get a full analysis of what, or a full result of what is taking place. And everybody know what's going on so far in terms of the whole story regarding Jaii Fraii and Javy, and Isaac Buchanan is representing Jaii Fraii, and he has made his first appearance. And basically, I tell no what go on. Well, basically, giving an update on when the court case, you get me? But otherwise, from that, in basically, and I totally agree. Wait until everything is quashed or everything is at the final stage to decide whether or not Jaii Fraii will be charged or so forth. But in my opinion, this literally look like a serious case, bro. This look like a serious case because both persons, Javy and Jaii Fraii, has acquired two big lawyers, and the lawyer that Javy got was the lawyer that was representing Silvera, the politician that unalived his wife, you get me? So a top criminal lawyer that, you get me? And Isaac Buchanan is the lawyer that got Vibes Cartel out of jail. So this is slowly becoming into a high profile case, and honestly don't know what will be the result of this. Literally have to just wait and see how it turns out. But my biggest thing with this is, the media is crazy. Everybody literally make a mock out of it. Everybody literally make a joke out of it. And I think Jamaicans are not serious. I honestly think so. But this is a serious matter. Nobody has lost their life, but people almost lost their life, bro. And everybody in the media is literally taking this thing for a free for all. Just because it's not them. Because if it was them, it would have be a different story. I understand say, it's between a vlogger or a YouTuber and an artist manager or a producer. I honestly think we should have taken it serious in terms of stop making video mocking the situation. Anybody can do a video to vlog about it because in the day, it's in the media. Everybody want to become a vlogger. Everybody want to talk about certain things. It no matter. But the moment when you start make it seems as if it's some sort of joke or it's some sort of mockery, that's crazy. They were both of them were so lucky that none of them passed up was unalive. You get me, I say? And that is the greatest thing. You get me? Why it happened, nobody knows. Because based on the few that they have over social media, there is no way it could have caused something this serious. And that's because nobody know the full story. Just who was there. Because I've been going on TikTok and I've been seeing random persons talking about they were there and this happened, that happened. But at the end of the day, two sides to a story. And the